Welcome back, Guardian. I don't really know how to start this video, so I'm just going to jump into it. The more that I've been grinding Armor 2.0, the more I'm realizing Armor 2.0 for what? You know what I mean? Because you can grind out all this armor. It's all locked to elemental affinities. Like the other day, I got Doomfang Pauldrons, and I got Impact Induction at the same time when they dropped. But I couldn't put it on because guess what? Doomfangs were a solar energy, but I still have my year 1 Doomfangs that have Impact Induction, so why don't I just wear those basically? And I know that the stats on the old exotics and stuff kind of suck, but I've kind of did an order of operation of what's most important in the game right now, and it really seems like recovery, your bond, and your artifact, and your helmet with a supercharged perk, and then your leg piece to stack with your bond or your mark or your cloak or whatever. I'm just using the warlock as an example. Is the order of operation of what's most important right now. I'm really not even tripping about mobility. Every time I'm doing a battle right now, I feel like I'm just chasing and hauling ass after the ads basically and just slaying them down. I'm not really seeing the real purpose in mobility and all the new content like I did before this DLC. Sure, it comes in handy in the other stuff or whatever, but that's not really what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is these ridiculous recharge rates that we can get when you mix the 1.0 and the 2.0 armor, which is way more beneficial than anything else. I mean, you saw yesterday Rich Webb getting 15-second supers using 3 distributions, top tree arc, and you can do it with Way of 1,000 Voices as well. And there's tons of other combos you can do with like Nezarec Sin and using Light Reactor and stacking that again on your bond. They all stack together and get some retarded ass charges, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. So basically, here's Intellect. It's a tier 3, the 5-minute cooldown, but the faster you slay the ads, the faster the super comes back. So that's what I'm going to show you right now. We're going to do this Lost Sector, and used to when I did this Lost Sector, by the time I cleared all the ads, I used to have a super back basically before Intellect existed. So I'm just going to fast forward this to kind of show you. So this is without Light Reactor, just to show you when I slay all these ads where my super meter is at by the time that ends. So just watch this real fast, and I'll come back whenever I get to the last ad. Alright, so I'm pretty much there, and you can see the super meter is right at the barrel of the Telesto where it shows my ammo and stuff like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing again, but I'm going to put Light Reactor on this time. I'm not going to stack it with my bond or anything like that. I'm just using this as an example. I'm still going to be at a tier 3, 5-minute supercharge. I'm just going to use my 1.0 helmet that has Light Reactor on it, and everything else doesn't really have anything. I have some 2.0 gloves on that have regular impact induction, which we're going to talk about that in a second. But I'm not really focused on all these stats. There's 3 stats that I'm focused on, because when you mix in the artifact, you mix it in with your bond and stuff like that, your recharge rates are just going to be so retarded that there's no point in getting Armor 2.0. So here we are with Light Reactor. Let's see what it ends up when I kill all the ads. Alright, so I don't even have an exotic on, and I'm already way past what it was when I had a tier 3 without Light Reactor on, so you can see what Light Reactor does. Now imagine if I had like Nezarec Sin on, or Crown of Tempest with Light Reactor, using abilities with that to recharge other things, and I also had my artifact perks going on if I had that fully unlocked. That's what I'm trying to get at. You don't really need anything on Armor 2.0 except for your 1.0 helmet. You just need a 2.0 bond, your 1.0 legs with like traction or distribution or something like that, or enhanced bomber. You can stack enhanced bomber with your bond and your old 1.0 legs, and then mix that with your artifact. But the main stats you only need to focus on are recovery, discipline, and strength, and then let your artifact take care of the rest. Let your 1.0 helmet with whatever supercharged perk you have stacked with your bond if you want to, and then also your 1.0 legs, but you just need a 2.0 bond, an artifact, a 1.0 helmet, and 1.0 gloves with enhanced impact induction or enhanced momentum transfer or whatever. Your chest piece doesn't really matter. None of that really kind of just matters. Here's a rundown of the build that I've been using. Like I said, you might have some crappier stats on your 1.0 because of how they rearranged everything, but you can adjust and put 1.0 mods on your stuff that'll give you a whole tier. Like one grenade charge mod gives you an entire tier towards your discipline. But like I said, once you factor in having an exotic on, or having that, artifact charging your stuff as well that has different perks that charge abilities when you like get, armor piercing kills or, final blows or whatever the hell it's called. And then on top of that, you can also get finishers such as the explosive finisher that gives gives your grenade back whenever you do a finisher on somebody, and you can also stack that again with the artifact to also get heavy ammo. But like I'm saying, you can get your super back so quick, so wasting your super energy or whatever to do your, finisher move, your super's going to come right back anyways once you start stacking 1.0 and 2.0 with the bond and 1.0 legs, and then your artifact, and then your enhanced impact induction from your 1.0. The only benefit you're really getting out of 2.0 is you can do fashion over function by putting any kind of ornament on it to make your armor look cool, basically. And I'm not sure what Bungie was even thinking. Maybe they're trying to reward people who have been playing all along, and you can have awesome builds versus people who just joined the game that can only get the 2.0 armor. It kind of sucks for them, but people that had, any of my old builds from year one, you can still apply them. Yeah, like I said, the stats might suck on it, but you can still modify those stats and put mods in them to build them right back up, as long as you're at like an 8 recovery and any really kind of discipline and strength. But those are the 3 most important stats that you can have right now. Mobility and resilience and intellect, they're kind of just pointless. They're not really meant for anything except for PvP, which it might help you there. But as far as like your exotics and all this other shit tied to elemental affinities, that's going to be so grindy doing those nightfalls, which I'm not saying that, 2.0 never has a chance. You might get some awesome builds by doing the legendary nightfalls and getting some cool drops eventually. But right now, as we are in the game, that bond and that artifact mixed with whatever year 1 exotic you have with some awesome perks on it that you already collected. I mean, look at this crap. I have to use arc just to get, some of the perks that I want. I got to use solar to get some of the perks that I want to use, and void and stuff like that. I mean, really, the only reason I need 2.0 is if I want my dude to look cool, basically, which my Guardians do look badass. My Titan does anyways. But when it comes to my Warlock and my Hunter, and even my Titan, honestly, I'm probably not even going to care about making him look cool anymore. I'm probably just going to go back to my 1.0 mixed with the 2.0 bond and stacking those supercharged perks like Distribution or stacking Light Reactor and things like that. And then, rely on my artifact and my finishers to get my abilities back and my badass exotics from year 1. There's just not a whole lot of reason for me to use a 2.0 helmet that only gives me the ability to have like enhanced fusion rifle targeting and like stupid perks like that. They're like, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? I can stack supercharged perks. Why do I need enhanced fusion targeting or, whatever targeting? It just doesn't make a lot of sense. And that's what I'm trying to get at. So right now, Guardian, just focus on your discipline, your strength, your recovery. Put the mods in how you see fit to get your stats from your 1.0 back up. Don't worry about your chest piece at all. If you have enhanced impact induction from year 1, use that. If you have light reactor, enhanced, ashes to assets or whatever on your year 1 helmets, use that. Find a 2.0, you might go with that recuperation, but honestly, I haven't really missed recuperation that much now that I can get, traction and enhanced bomber, or traction and distribution, and just different cool things like that. I can get away without having recuperation. And in this DLC, I find myself just chasing down the ads to kill them as fast as I can, so mobility really hasn't really played that much of a part in it, because I'm always boosting or whatever going towards the ads. That's really what I'm getting at, so hopefully that makes sense to you guys. There's tons of combinations you can mix 1.0 and 2.0 with, and it all comes down to that helmet. It comes down to your 1.0 leg piece, your 1.0 arms, and that 2.0 bond mixed with the artifact, and you have a pretty sick-ass build and a ton of combinations to get some insane charge rates. So hopefully that helped you out, Guardians. Hopefully that made some more sense. If you have any Rusto builds from year 1, just modify them with the bond of 2.0, and then you're good to go, basically. Just, you're good to go. That's really all I gotta say, dudes. Today's video is sponsored by LifetimeControllers.com. You need to get an old control repaired. They can fix your control for $17.99 and put a freaking lifetime warranty on it. They also offer the ability for you to customize your own control and have amazing deals better than any competitor. Also, if you want to make any support donations, you can hit me up at paypal.me/Ristophilis or teespring.com/Ristophilis, or you can join the B Squad and become a part of our community and be the ultimate type supporter to help me out and keep this channel growing. You Guardians are awesome, man. Thanks again. My name is Ristophilis. Hit subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video next time.
In space.
Can you feel them? I can still hear their voices. Their endless torment reshapes our moon. Nightmares now stalk the surface. Walking shadows, seeking vengeance. Our old old fears, they rise again. And in the dark below, something wicked has awakened. We must bring an end to this suffering.